What do you think of his dance, what? Come on, Daddy.
His dress.
Luke, do you like that suitcase?
I love it. I love to do this.
Will you tell people to click the link for the suitcase?
Click the link for the suitcase.
Okay, get off the suitcase now.
Why?
You're gonna ruin it. Look at my chicken. It's really hard to get this chicken brown. My oven isn't the best, but I roasted it with pumpkin and broccoli, and it really shriveled up. All that vegetables really shriveled up. Okay, you try it. Okay, Luke's filming me. I'm just gonna take these, I don't want these vegetables like to just shrivel up and die, so I'm gonna take the vegetables off, and I think I'm gonna put the chicken back in the oven for another 20 or 30 minutes to make sure it's all the way cooked. Right now, we're eating on a budget. Sometimes I like to do that. Is it on?
Mm-hmm.
Is it on me?
Mm-hmm. Put on your face.
On my face? Mm-hmm. So there's only one day where we go out, and that's Sunday, because that's the day the restaurant is closed, and it's good to get out of the house. But other than that, we're just between this house and the restaurant. So we don't spend much money out on food, and that's a good thing.
Look at this chicken. It looks so good.
Yeah.
It's broccoli.
Luke loves broccoli, but Leon has become so picky.
What do you mean? Fruit.
School, Leon.
I just stopped eating.
Is that your favorite vegetable,
Yeah.
broccoli? Save some for me. How was school today, Luke?
Huh?
Tell me what happened. Were all the kids good?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't anyone cry?
No.
I love pumpkin.
I don't use the phone at the restaurant.
You're not using the phone?
I'm only using it.
You're going exploring.
I'm only using it a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Luke, do you give me good advice sometimes?
Yeah.
I mean, all the time. Well, not all the time, because
Oh,
what type of advice do you give me?
not be in the house that much. You're like.
Well, right now I'm doing so much work on the computer. Thing is, I went to Kuala Lumpur and then I went to Singapore, and then traveling is really tiring. So then after that, I just want to stay at home, and not be around people. Are you mad that I didn't bring you? No. Leon, where do you want to go?
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong.
Why do you want to go there?
Because you didn't bring me there. I didn't go there before.
Okay, so next time we might go to Hong Kong, okay? I don't want to promise something and not make it happen, so I'm going to try the best I can, okay? What?
You made me pick me up.
You know what my parents told me? That they would buy me a horse when I was 11, and I never got it. So I try not to overpromise anything. The hard part about traveling is that the flights from Koh Samui are expensive because it's like owned by Bangkok Airways, and they have a monopoly over Koh Samui. And so just to get to Bangkok, it's like $150 for a ticket, and it shouldn't be, because it's cheaper to fly from Bangkok to Vietnam or outside to another country than it is to fly from Koh Samui to Bangkok. But there is one flight to Hong Kong, direct flight from Koh Samui to Hong Kong. So I've never been to Hong Kong, and I was thinking, well, that could be a country we could go to. And Leon said he wants to go, and Luke really wants to go to Japan, and we can't.
You promised.
I'm gonna take you one day. It's hard for us to travel with too many because it's expensive.
We're not expensive.
So we try to go one at a time for short times, and we could just go to Hong Kong for 3 or 4 nights.
4 nights?
When you have a break from school, because I don't want to take him out of school.
I had a day off.
You had a day off?
The day after tomorrow, I have a day
What
off.
was your school like? Did anybody notice your haircut?
Yes.
Did they?
Yeah.
What did you have to eat for lunch?
Chicken, banana.
Banana. Chicken, banana, banana, banana.
Chicken,
Leon, do you know what
banana.
peace is? Do you know what peace?
Nope.
Peace is this, look. Peace, dude.
No, that's 2.
That's 2.
That's not peace. Peace.
Peace is when you feel still and okay, No matter what. You know when you don't get upset. You know how mommy sometimes gets get upset?
It's red and now you see.
What?
You see.
I see?
Yeah.
Leon, he loves to tell me, what's the advice that you always give me?
I give you chicken banana.
That's funny, but you always say, you got this. Come on, you got this. I should turn that into a t-shirt. You got this, mommy. Well, I had the idea that we could go to Hong Kong because the flights, there's direct flights there. Would you want to go to Hong Kong?
I don't know. Too expensive.
Well, if we did a short trip. Call Hong Kong. I don't know who's funnier, Luke or Leon.
Yeah.
Leon's really funny.
How about me? Am I funny?
You're really funny too. You give me a lot of comfort. You're easy. Luke is easy. He was easy to travel with. He was the best travel companion. He never complained. Even when he was sick, like sometimes like in America, he was sick and he just never complained. We were in New Orleans, and what happened in New Orleans?
It died.
I have never told people that story. Luke was sick and I was sick, and Luke had such a bad stomach problem.
I had diarrhea.
He messed his pants on the airplane right when we were landing. And it was so much. It was so horrible. I started crying, and he looks at me and goes, "Mommy, I'm so sick."
Wasn't my
And
fault.
he was only 4 years old, and he was too young to be embarrassed by it. And the guy next to me, he didn't mind. He was just, everybody was just like, okay, and thank goodness it happened when we were landing. And Gigi helped, and Chloe was with us, and we like ran him to the bathroom. They were gonna have to rip the seat off. That's what they said. They were like, we'll land the plane.
I had diarrhea.
They were gonna have to take the seat out because it just went everywhere. And he was actually wearing a diaper because he had to, we don't want to go into details, but we had to throw out all of his clothes, take him to that bathroom. I'll never forget that bathroom, and praise God. I don't know what I would have done if Gigi hadn't been there to help me. Like I didn't know how to handle the situation. And she was like, my mom's like, okay, we're gonna do this. And Chloe was there, and yeah.
You got nose ring?
We had to make sure we got to back to Thailand without getting COVID. So we were spraying hydrogen peroxide up our noses so we could pass the test. I was pregnant with Lila, and it was like near the end of COVID. Thailand was opening back up, and my mom, she did all the paperwork to get us back into Thailand, and we had to pass the COVID test, but we had this, well, what if we didn't pass it? What if one of us had COVID? If one of us had COVID, we would all had to do a quarantine, and they separate you. I was afraid I would be separated from Luke. That was like our biggest fear, and it was so stressful. Luke, he let us spray up his nose hydrogen peroxide, killing anything. And thankfully, we were only quarantined for 1 day. And then they called the hotel, and they're like, no COVID. And we're like, yes, we get to be free. And then we ran down and saw Daddy for the first time in 3 months. We have to remember all the good times with Gigi, You were so good about it.
I didn't.
You just did it, right? You knew that we had to go through this emergency situation.
I did not know about the COVID thing.
But how
I swear I did
You
not.
didn't understand, yeah.
I was just
You
happy.
knew in your spirit.
I was happy.
You were just to be in America,
You see?
and to see the snow and see Gigi's house was so nice, right?
I love stuff.
And you love Gigi's house? Can you believe that we survived COVID? Leon, didn't we think like at the time, like it's gonna be like this forever? That's what I was thinking. But then things did go back to normal, right? The new normal. It's the new normal.
You're gonna still have to do that. It's because
Damn
COVID's
that.
coming back.
And in Thailand, they were crazy about the masks. And I was pregnant with Leon, and I was huge.
Yeah.
And it was so hard for me to breathe. If you are pregnant and you're big, you know how hard it is to breathe. And try breathing with a mask on in 95-degree heat. And I got so sick during COVID. of COVID. I got COVID so bad when I was
You're
pregnant.
sick, huh?
And then I just kept getting sick again and again. I think I had long COVID.
Let's do a video today.
Let's do a video. Well, that's what I was trying to get you to do, but we were just scooting around.
I want to go to Hong Kong.
You want to go to Hong Kong?
Yeah.
We could eat wontons and dumplings. You like dumplings?
No. You like dumplings?
Yeah, you're going to be hungry enough. You'll have to eat them. Like my beard.
Yeah, I have beard.
Do you want a beard when you grow up?
You have beard.
Do you think you're going to have a beard when you grow up?
No, you have beard
You
like
don't-
pasta.
Oh, we're making pasta because Leon won't eat my... Well, you will. You like chicken, right?
Chicken,
Banana. Okay. But do you like chicken and pasta?
Yeah, I love pasta. Pasta.
That's because he eats so much rice. He loves pasta. But do you like rice better?
I like pasta better.
Really?
You don't like pasta better.
I like everything.
What do you like?
Vegetables.
That's not pasta. That's
I like potatoes.
tomatoes.
Potatoes. Potatoes.
Tomatoes.
French fries.
French fries.
You know, mashed potatoes.
Potatoes.
The last time we traveled, we went to Bangkok, and there was the earthquake, and you kept saying, "I want to go home. I want to go home."
I'm gonna say I'm gonna go back.
And I was like,
back.
"Oh, Leon doesn't like to travel." That's what I thought. So then we took Luke to Bangkok after that, and then we took Lila to Kuala Lumpur, and then all of a sudden Leon said, "Oh, I want to travel. I want to travel." Right? You changed your mind, right? Huh?
You always go.
Huh?
You go again and Lila go. And
That was the first time Lila went. You went to America. Lila never been to America.
I didn't been to Kuala Lumpur.
You never been to Kuala Lumpur.
I didn't been the
But you went to
Hong Kong.
Singapore and you went to Vietnam.
But mommy, that's a restaurant. That's our restaurant.
Vietnam?
Yeah. What's wrong with you? Yeah, that's our restaurant.
Vietnam is not our restaurant.
Who is it?
Vietnam is that country. Lilly Bistro is our restaurant.
It's
Are you going to come eat at our restaurant?
Are
Are you going to come eat at my restaurant?
No.
Oh, you're hurting my leg.
Nobody
You're
does.
here hurting my leg. Okay. Say, I've got peace like a river.
I got peace in the river and the
I've got
chicken and the
peace like a river. I've got peace like a river.
I got the peace like the poo-poo.
None of that more conversation. Leon, do you know what peace is?
Yes.
What is it?
It feels it hides better.
Yeah, you're not worried,
Yeah.
right?
I'm worried.
You don't worry. Do you have anxiety?
Yes.
No. Does mommy have anxiety?
Nope.
Good.
Yes.
I don't.
I see you say anxiety. I have anxiety in my brain.
I said that?
Yeah.
I should not have said that. Why did I say that?
Because you don't remember.
I don't remember. I remember.
I shouldn't remember. Or you say you have some anxiety. You say you have no anxiety. You say you have anxiety.
I have peace now.
Now you have peace and anxiety.
No anxiety.
You have peace.
What's better,
anxiety.
peace or anxiety?
Anxiety.
You are so funny.
Anxiety. You know anxiety?
Yeah?
You do that.
Yeah, show me. What does anxiety look like?
He's look like his hair like this.
Oh, he has
It's
hair?
up, it's up, and it was like this.
It's like crazy. Show me what anxiety looks like.
Yeah, and I have phone.
No, you don't have to show me a phone. Like, reenact it. Like, pretend you're a character. Like, pretend to be it. Okay, and what is peace?
Peace is the favorite.
Show me what peace
better.
looks like. What does it look like?
It looks like height.
It's morning time, and Luke, today he's packing his own lunch. What are you bringing?
Lychee and
Lychee. And is that your favorite fruit? Luke asked if we could bring him sticky rice and pork. What, the other kids bring sticky rice and pork? Because that is so Thai.
Some people even bring like the pork with so much rice.
Yeah, they bring like their own little lunch box.
Chicken.
But they have lunch at school, so I didn't think to pack you a lunch
Is
box.
it
But some
early?
kids bring their own lunch.
Early?
And Luke was jealous of the kids with the sticky rice and the pork, so he wants to bring it, right?
Yeah, I was so much jealous.
You're like your dad, you like pork.
I love bacon.
You love bacon. Gigi, she would always say, oh, I don't eat pork. I hardly ever eat pork. And she'd be eating bacon and sausage, and I'd be like, Mom, that's pork right there.
Right now.
She'd be like, oh yeah, I forgot. There's his lychee.
About in the open. That.
Lila, can you do it?
You do it.
Oh, you took it from her. Now she's upset.
I give you. Yeah.
Go! Tell people they can go use my code.
Go use your code.
Just click the link. It really helps us. Right, Lila?
It helps us.
Your hair looks so cute like that. You look like, what's that, Star Wars girl?
This suitcase.
You really do. Guess what? They're sending me another one.
Another one?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have one.
Well,
You
it's
have
not little. It's a big one.
I want a big one.
Yeah.
You can have the big one. I can have the small one.
Mommy, you have the big one and I can have the small one.
Me, Lila, and Luke last night were watching all of the old Lily's life. We're watching all the old videos from the very beginning. Not all of them, but we were surprised by how good they were, right?
know.
Even though they were simple.
They all went to number 5.
The thing about it is that I was like, I know because I made it. When I was making those videos, nobody was watching. Like a few hundred people were watching. And one of the most amazing videos on my Lily's Life channel was when my mom came to Thailand. She did the 2-week quarantine in the hotel. And I hadn't seen her in a year and a half, which was the longest I'd ever been without seeing her. And then we reunited in Koh Samui. She came on the airport. We met at the airport, and she was like crying and emotional. And watching that video was so crazy because that was the first time she was going to be on camera with me. She had been watching my videos and seeing what I was doing with YouTube, but I hadn't gone viral. Like at that point, I think maybe 1,000 people were watching. And she spent a month with me, and we just made video after video, and because of that, my channel went viral. After 1 month in Thailand, she left, and we said goodbye. All of my videos went viral. And then now going back, watching those original videos, they hardly had any views, like a few hundred views. Now they have thousands of views. I was a little upset that my views were going down recently on my Lily's Life channel, which is why I'm posting more here. But it's just a matter of time where I get another viral video, and then the views, or even if I don't get a viral video, I'm making such quality videos on Lily's Life that they are just going to keep growing. And you guys can see that, right? Like they're so well edited. What, are you gonna buy them sticky rice and pork? That's what Luke wants. He says his Thai friends have that, and he begs them for sticky rice and pork. Juan doesn't even listen to me at all. Lila, when you grow up, are you gonna make YouTube videos? Or do you want to do the restaurant business? You can take over the restaurant, or we could do a clothing line together. We're gonna be best friends. We are best friends and business partners, okay? Just like me and Gigi. I want to ask you guys something. Do you hear from God? Because I don't really hear an audible voice, and I've been trying to hear from God. I always try to hear from God. I think it's so important for Christians to hear from God, because that's the whole point of being a Christian. We have a relationship with God, right? He comes and lives inside of us, and just knowing that he lives inside of us is something that it's like I've known it for a long time, but having the revelation that he's right here and he's a part of us, that takes revelation. And a lot of Christians, like, they say that they never hear from God. And then they're just like asking God for stuff, you know? And then there's other people on the opposite side who said, oh, God told me this and God told me that. And then you're like wondering, well, did God really tell you that? Or is it just what you want to do, you know? And when I started my YouTube channel, like it was during a really hard time in my life where, you know, COVID had just started, the whole country shut down, and I didn't know how I was gonna provide for my family. So I started the YouTube channel just because I had the idea, right? I never thought that God gave me that idea, ever. I knew God wanted me to record my first testimony, which I posted on this channel. But my idea to start like making vlogs about my family, I just had that idea and I just did it. And after doing it, and eventually, you know, that God blessed it. And now I know that our ideas, when we are aligned with God, God gives us these ideas, and they are seeds in our field. The mind is our field, and they are seeds, and we can vision it, and it comes to fruition. God doesn't always just like hand you the answer on a plate and be like, here you go. He kind of wants you to seek it out and discover it and to find it. And to do that, you do have to believe in him, and you have to believe in yourself and your own ability. And part of the reason why I was so dependent on my mom is that she always encouraged me to believe in myself. And now that I don't have her, I have to encourage myself. I know I can do that. I can encourage myself because my mom also lives inside of me. So what I'm trying to say is, if you believe, as the Bible says, believe and you shall receive. Have faith. Have faith in yourself and in your ideas and in your dreams. And just don't give up because it doesn't work out right away. You know, I've been asking for discipline for so long, and it's something that you don't just get as a gift always, but you have to cultivate it by making little small choices in your life. So make those small choices, whether it's just to get out of bed, to take a shower, to brush your teeth, wash your hair, I don't know. Make those small choices and do them, and congratulate yourself for doing them. Love yourself, okay? Give yourself a big hug and be like, I love you. You're doing great. Keep up the fight, because this life is hard. This world is really hard, right? So, and we just keep our eyes focused on God and on his promise, and he has good things for you, and be still and know that he is Lord. I hope this blesses you, and you can click that suitcase link, or you could go over and watch some of the videos from my other channel, Lily's Life. God bless you guys. I'll see you in the next one. This is what the kingdom of God is like. A man scatters seed on the ground night and day. Whether he sleeps or gets up, the seed sprouts and grows, though he does not know how. All by itself, the soil produces grain, first the stalk and then the head, then the full kernel in the head. As soon as the grain is ripe, he puts the sickle to it, because the harvest has come.